Um, but last week, man, it looks like these guys broke like a gate record. You know what I'm saying? Like fifth or something like that. I think they average around 22 million in the
Mm-hmm.
gate, and then you know what I'm saying, anywhere between 1.2 to 1.4 on pay-per-view buys.
Yeah,
Crazy. Talk to me about that fight, man. How do you see it? I know that Ryan's your boy. I know that,
yeah,
but in the same time, this is boxing, right?
yeah. I mean, Tank's my Tank. I like Tank a lot too, though. But I mean, to get on the gate and numbers first, I wanted to be clear that and people to recognize and realize that it's so many people that tuned into the fight, and to be honest, those numbers are not really what people under like. How can I say? It's not really what reflects how many people actually watch that fight, because you got to understand how nowadays people got these streaming sites, these hacked websites that they watching these fights on. It's so many people that would pay-per-view if they didn't have these streaming sites, bro. Like back when Mayweather was fighting and stuff like that, you
We had
had
it.
you know what I mean? It was barely people were barely doing those
We had
live,
Black Box. I don't know if
you
you
know,
remember Black Box.
black box. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people was not doing that. That's why them numbers Mayweather can brag about this, that. Tank, bro. I feel like if if it was in a Mayweather era, bro, he'd get the same amount of numbers, bro, because those guys are like huge stars, bro. So it's kind of they kind of got cheated in a way because of this era in the of social media and the internet. It kind of got cheated, but nevertheless, they still did great numbers. So that speaks in itself. That speaks in its own. Now on the fight, uh, I felt like the fight was gonna go the way how it went, honestly, but there were so many different variables that came into play to where things could change. It all depends on what game plan each fighter came into. It all depends on what mentality each fighter came into the ring. It all depends on a lot of different things. Like if Ryan would have stayed patient and fought the rest of the fight like he fought the first round, that
Facts.
fight so much more difficult for Tank. The second round, he got really happy because in the first round he touched Tank a little bit, and he started overcommitting, especially too. Like Tank set him up, and bro, if you watch the replay in the first knockdown, Ryan literally threw three left hooks back to back. Like Tank ducked all three of them, and then on the last one he caught him. That reminded me of the Leo Santa Cruz knockout, because
Yep.
Leo Santa Cruz threw like three right hands, and on the last right hand, Tank ducked it and threw his left uppercut. Come on, it's like you're not about to be doing the same thing over and over and expecting a guy like Tank to not adjust to something like that. And then once Ryan got dropped, he didn't have that same energy like he did with Luke Campbell and came back and like tried to win. I feel like his heart went out the window at that point, because Tank just started to got really comfortable and ran away with the momentum. I feel as if Ryan, he never really got totally back into the fight, because the risk factor of Tank dropping you again is pretty big. He's one of the best finishers in the game, and yeah, he got really careful. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of guys, like a lot of champions, bro, when they get knocked down, it's like sometimes they get into this mode like, oh, like you knocked me down, or now I got to get mine back in twos and threes and fours. So I just think the mentality and the confidence kind of just left the window. And then when he got dropped to the body with that left shot, man, I hate seeing on social media people saying, "Oh, Ryan took a dive, it was a fake." That just shows that you've never fought a day in your life, bro. Because if you take a liver shot, it doesn't take much pressure for you to go down. Like just that shot right there, that area of your ab in your body, there's no muscle there for you to tighten up. And then for you to, on top of that, for you to get caught in between a punch while you're breathing out, there's no tightness and nothing like that, bro. You're done. Like you're down. And I do feel like Ryan could have been able to get up, but I don't feel like he recovered well enough to be able to fight Tank off after the count was over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he made the decision for himself to not risk any more damage and or embarrassment, and stay down on that knee. And that's just how I feel the fight went. That's how I summed it up.